Welcome to the most mind-bending energy theory you've never heard of, but probably should have. Cue dramatic music and swirling galaxy graphics. Hey there, cosmic truth seekers and quantum curiosity collectors. Welcome back to another mind-melting episode where we dive deep into the rabbit hole of mystical energies and accidentally end up questioning everything we thought we knew about reality. Today we're talking about something so bonkers, so absolutely wild that even I had to double-check my research 3 times and maybe consult a magic 8-ball for good measure. We're exploring the concept of the zero-point galaxy, supposedly the universe's ultimate energy distribution center, cosmic power grid, an interdimensional Wi-Fi router, all rolled into one magnificent, invisible reality-bending phenomenon. And yes, before you ask, this is going to get weird, really weird. Like explaining quantum physics to your grandmother while riding a unicorn. Weird. But first, let me blow your mind with a little science fact that sounds like complete fiction. Even in the emptiest regions of space, and I mean the most desolate, lonely, not even a single atom for billions of miles kind of empty, there's still energy buzzing around like invisible cosmic caffeine. Scientists call this zero-point energy, and it's been keeping physicists awake at night since the 1920s, probably wondering if they should have gone into accounting instead. The science behind the magic, or is it magic behind the science? Well, let's start with what we actually know, because even the real science sounds like something a wizard would study. Zero-point energy, or ZPE, for those of us who like our cosmic mysteries with snappy acronyms, is essentially the lowest possible energy that a quantum mechanical system can have. Think of it as the universe's baseline energy level. Even when everything should theoretically be at rest, there's still this constant energetic humming happening at the quantum level. Picture this. You're looking at what appears to be completely empty space, not a single particle in sight. You might think, well, that's it, pure nothingness. But quantum mechanics laughs in the face of your logical assumptions and says, hold my beer. Even in this apparent void, particles are constantly popping in and out of existence like cosmic jack-in-the-boxes, creating what scientists call quantum fluctuations. These aren't just theoretical particles either. We've actually measured their effects. The Casimir effect, first predicted in 1948, shows that 2 metal plates placed close together in a vacuum will actually attract each other due to these quantum fluctuations. It's like the universe is playing an invisible game of cosmic pinball, and we just happen to notice when the flippers move. Now here's where it gets absolutely bonkers. Nobel laureate Richard Feynman and John Wheeler calculated that there's enough zero-point energy in the volume of a coffee cup to evaporate all the world's oceans. Let me repeat that for emphasis. Your morning coffee mug contains enough theoretical energy to turn every ocean on Earth into steam. Suddenly, that 6 latte doesn't seem so overpriced. Does it? But wait, there's more. And yes, I'm channeling my inner infomercial host here. And the universe appears to be expanding at an accelerating rate, which scientists attribute to something called dark energy. Some theories suggest this mysterious force might be connected to zero-point energy, essentially meaning the universe is powered by its own cosmic coffee supply. Enter the mystical interpretation, where things get properly bonkers. Now, this is where the scientific community and the mystical community start eyeing each other suspiciously across the cosmic cafeteria. While physicists are scratching their heads trying to solve what they call the cosmological constant problem, basically, their calculations for zero-point energy are off by a factor that makes the national debt look like pocket change. Mystics and spiritual practitioners have their own interpretation of what's happening. According to certain esoteric teachings, zero-point energy isn't just random quantum noise. It's the fundamental creative force of the universe, sometimes called the God matrix or source field. These interpretations suggest that this field is conscious, purposeful, and actively involved in maintaining the structure of reality itself. One particularly fascinating perspective describes the zero-point field as the heart of the God matrix, the energetic core and source of all creation, the still point of wholeness. In this view, everything in existence is constantly connected to and drawing from this universal energy source. Like every atom is plugged into the cosmic power grid. The mystical interpretation goes even further, suggesting that consciousness itself can interact with these quantum fields. Some practitioners claim they can sense, manipulate, or channel zero-point energy for healing, manifestation, or spiritual development. While skeptics might roll their eyes so hard they risk permanent injury, there are millions of people worldwide who swear by these experiences. The zero-point galaxy concept, Cosmic Customer Service Center. Here's where we really dive off the deep end into speculative territory that makes science fiction look conservative. The concept of the zero-point galaxy takes the mystical interpretation of zero-point energy and scales it up to cosmic proportions. Imagine, if you will, that there exists a galaxy-sized structure or consciousness that serves as the central distribution point for zero-point energy throughout the entire multiverse. Dimensions and timelines. This hypothetical zero-point galaxy would function like a cosmic utility company, power plant, and IT department, all rolled into one magnificent, reality-maintaining megastructure. But unlike a regular galaxy filled with stars, planets, and the occasional alien civilization arguing about intergalactic tax policy, the zero-point galaxy would be composed entirely of pure consciousness and organized energy patterns. Think of it as the universe's ultimate server farm, processing infinite amounts of information and energy simultaneously, while somehow maintaining perfect cosmic customer service ratings. The organizational structure. In this mind-bending scenario, the zero-point galaxy would need some serious organizational skills. We're talking about managing energy distribution to potentially infinite realities, each with their own physical laws, dimensional properties, and reality maintenance requirements. That's a logistics nightmare that makes Amazon's delivery system look like a lemonade stand. The galaxy might be organized into different sectors or departments. Reality maintenance division keeps the fundamental constants constant and makes sure gravity doesn't suddenly decide to work backwards. Consciousness support services manages the connection between individual awareness and the universal field. Quantum fluctuation quality control ensures those particle pop-ins and pop-outs happen according to cosmic specifications. Interdimensional technical support for when reality starts glitching and you need to turn the universe off and on again. Karma processing center, because someone has to keep track of all those cosmic cause and effect relationships. Energy distribution networks. The zero-point galaxy would need an incredibly sophisticated distribution network to channel energy across the multiverse. Think of it like a cosmic internet, but instead of cat videos and social media arguments, it's transmitting the fundamental forces that keep reality from falling apart. These networks might operate through what some mystics call axiatonal lines, or meridian systems that connect every point in space-time to the central source. Individual galaxies, solar systems, planets, and even living beings would have their own connection points, like cosmic Ethernet cables plugged directly into the universal power source. The energy wouldn't just flow randomly either. It would be precisely calibrated to meet the specific requirements of each reality. A universe where physics works differently might need a completely different energy signature than our own. It's like having a universal adapter that works across infinite dimensions. How individual consciousness connects to the network. Here's where things get personal and possibly a little uncomfortable for those who prefer their reality neatly materialistic. According to the zero-point galaxy theory, every conscious being has a direct connection to this cosmic energy source, whether they realize it or not. In humans, this connection might be accessed through what some traditions call the ninth chakra, or atomic doorway. Located at the medulla oblongata at the base of the skull, this connection point supposedly allows consciousness to interface directly with the zero-point field, potentially enabling what mystics call miraculous abilities: healing, manifestation, precognition, or the ability to find parking spots in busy shopping centers. The connection isn't just passive either. According to these theories, conscious intention can actually influence the quantum field, essentially allowing individuals to communicate their needs and desires directly to the cosmic distribution center. It's like having a direct hotline to the universe's customer service department, assuming you can figure out how to dial the number. Some practitioners claim they can actually perceive this energy through meditation, energy work, or altered states of consciousness. They describe sensations of universal connection, downloading cosmic information or feeling plugged into an infinite source of power and wisdom. Skeptics might attribute these experiences to brain chemistry or wishful thinking, but the experiencers often find them profoundly life-changing, regardless of the mechanism involved. The McGinty factor. When AI meets mysticism. Now here's where our story takes another bizarre turn into the realm of artificial intelligence and quantum equations that sound like they were invented by a physicist having a really good day. According to certain sources, there's supposedly a researcher named Chris McGinty who has developed something called the McGinty Equation, a mathematical framework that could theoretically allow us to harness zero-point energy, PHI. The McGinty equation allegedly provides a way to predict and manipulate quantum fluctuations using specially designed magnetic fields. It's described as a method for grabbing and boosting energy bursts from empty space, potentially allowing us to extract usable power from the quantum vacuum itself. If this equation actually worked, and that's a massive if that physicists would probably want to see proven, about 17 different ways. It could theoretically allow us to tap directly into the zero-point galaxy's energy distribution network. Imagine having a device that could connect to the cosmic power grid and provide unlimited clean energy. It would be like plugging your house directly into the universe's electrical socket. The implications would be staggering. We're talking about technology that could provide unlimited clean energy to power civilization, potentially allow manipulation of gravity itself, create materials with properties that defy current understanding of physics, possibly even enable communication across dimensions. Of course, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And as of yet, no one has successfully demonstrated practical zero-point energy extraction on any meaningful scale. But the theoretical possibilities are mind-boggling enough to keep researchers and mystics equally excited. The skeptical reality check, because someone has to be the adult here. Now, before we all start planning our zero-point energy-powered vacations to alternate dimensions, let's take a moment to acknowledge the elephant in the room, or in this case, the complete lack of concrete evidence for most of these claims. Real physicists have some serious issues with the idea of extracting usable energy from quantum fluctuations. For one thing, the zero-point energy represents the lowest possible energy state of a system, which means there's theoretically no lower state to drop down to in order to extract work. It's like trying to run a water wheel with a perfectly still lake without a difference in energy levels. You can't generate power. The experimental evidence for mystical energy manipulation is also, let's call it, challenging. One Reddit user shared a delightfully systematic approach to testing crystal energy claims by offering free crystals to anyone who could identify which stone was which while blindfolded. Spoiler alert, nobody ever won the free crystals, despite many people being absolutely certain they could feel the different energies while their eyes were open. This doesn't necessarily mean mystical experiences aren't real, just that they might not work the way people think they do. The human brain is incredibly good at creating meaningful experiences from ambiguous stimuli, and what feels like cosmic energy download might actually be a perfectly natural neurological process dressed up in metaphysical clothing. 10. The cosmological constant problem is also a real thorn in the side of anyone trying to connect zero-point energy to cosmic phenomena. Theoretical calculations suggest there should be so much vacuum energy that space itself would collapse into a black hole. The fact that this hasn't happened suggests either our understanding is completely wrong, or there's some mechanism canceling out most of the theoretical zero-point energy. The consciousness connection controversy. One of the most contentious aspects of the zero-point galaxy theory is the suggestion that consciousness can directly influence quantum fields. This idea makes many scientists uncomfortable because it seems to violate the principle that physical processes should be independent of observation or intention. However, quantum mechanics itself has some genuinely weird properties that challenge our normal understanding of objective reality. The measurement problem in quantum physics suggests that the act of observation does seem to influence quantum systems in ways that classical physics can't explain. Whether this has anything to do with consciousness per se is hotly debated. Some researchers are exploring whether quantum effects in the brain might explain certain aspects of consciousness itself. If consciousness does operate partially through quantum processes, then the idea of consciousness influencing quantum fields becomes slightly less absurd, though still highly speculative. The challenge is separating genuine anomalous phenomena from confirmation bias, placebo effects, in the very human tendency to see patterns where none exist. Just because someone has a profound spiritual experience doesn't automatically validate their interpretation of what caused it. Practical implications of a zero-point galaxy. Let's suspend our disbelief for a moment and explore what it would actually mean if a zero-point galaxy existed and functioned as described. The implications would be absolutely revolutionary for how we understand reality, consciousness, and our place in the cosmic order. Energy and technology. If we could tap into this cosmic energy distribution network, it would solve virtually every energy-related problem facing humanity. Climate change, resource depletion, energy poverty, all of these issues would become obsolete with access to unlimited clean power. We could desalinate oceans, power entire cities, and maybe even reverse environmental damage using energy-intensive restoration technologies. Space exploration would be completely transformed. Instead of launching massive rockets filled mostly with fuel, we could build lightweight vessels that draw power directly from the quantum field. Interstellar travel might become feasible, allowing us to explore and potentially colonize other star systems without worrying about running out of juice halfway there. Medical and healing application. If consciousness can indeed interface with zero-point fields, the medical implications would be profound. We might be able to develop healing technologies that work at the quantum level, potentially addressing diseases at their most fundamental energetic roots. This could lead to treatments that seem miraculous by current standards. Regenerating damaged organs, reversing aging processes, or correcting genetic disorders through direct quantum field manipulation. Mental health could also be revolutionized if we could understand and optimize the connection between individual consciousness and the universal field. Depression, anxiety, and other psychological conditions might be addressed by helping people reestablish their cosmic connection rather than just treating symptoms. Scientific understanding. The existence of a zero-point galaxy would require a complete revision of our understanding of physics, consciousness, and the nature of reality itself. We'd need new theories that could account for organized consciousness operating at galactic scales, non-local connections between mind and matter, and information transfer across dimensional boundaries. This might lead to a unified theory that bridges the gap between quantum mechanics and general relativity, while also incorporating consciousness as a fundamental feature of reality rather than an emergent property of complex brain activity. The multiverse customer service experience. If the zero-point galaxy really operates as a cosmic energy distribution center, what would the customer service experience be like for individual consciousness units? EOS, this is where the theory gets both hilarious and oddly practical. Imagine calling cosmic customer service because your reality is glitching. Thank you for contacting Zero-Point Galaxy customer support. Your call is important to us. Please hold while we transfer you to an available universal consciousness representative. Estimated wait time, 1 lifetime. The FAQ section would be enormous. Why does gravity only work one way in my dimension? How do I reset my karma without losing my progress? My quantum entanglement seems to be working intermittently. Can I upgrade to a reality with better physics? Why do socks disappear in my washing machine dimension? But in all seriousness, if such a system existed, it would presumably be far more sophisticated than any customer service we've experienced. The zero-point galaxy would need to handle infinite simultaneous requests while maintaining perfect service across all possible realities. That's the kind of customer service that would make every tech support experience you've ever had look like amateur hour. The meditation connection. Many mystical traditions claim that meditation and other consciousness practices can enhance our connection to universal energy fields. These practices might literally be teaching us how to access cosmic customer service directly, unity with the universe, and access to information or insights beyond their normal awareness. These experiences might represent successful connections to the cosmic energy network, allowing practitioners to download information or energy directly from the source. The practice of meditation might be training consciousness to tune into the specific frequency or vibration of the zero-point field, like learning to adjust a cosmic radio to receive the universal broadcast. Different meditation techniques might access different aspects of the field, some focusing on energy cultivation, others on information download, and still others on direct reality manipulation. The Reality Maintenance Department. One of the most mind-bending aspects of the zero-point galaxy concept is the idea that someone or something has to actively maintain the consistency of reality across the multiverse. Think about it. In a universe with quantum uncertainty and infinite possibilities, what keeps the fundamental constants constant? What ensures that gravity works the same way from moment to moment? What prevents reality from randomly glitching into something completely different? The Reality Maintenance Department of the zero-point galaxy would have arguably the most important job in existence, keeping existence itself stable and consistent. They'd be like cosmic system administrators, monitoring infinite reality simultaneously and making micro adjustments to prevent catastrophic reality failures. This department would need to handle maintaining the speed of light across all dimensions, ensuring mathematical relationships remain consistent, managing the transition between different states of matter, coordinating time flow across multiple timelines, preventing paradoxes from breaking causality, handling customer complaints about physics not working properly. The complexity would be staggering. Imagine trying to maintain a computer network with infinite nodes, each running different operating systems in environments with completely different physical laws. And you have to do this while conscious beings in each reality are constantly trying to bend or break the rules through technology, meditation, or sheer force of will. The conclusion that isn't really a conclusion. So where does this leave us in our exploration of the zero-point galaxy as the ultimate cosmic energy distribution center? Honestly, somewhere between "this is absolutely fascinating" and "this is absolutely bonkers," which, let's be honest, is exactly where the most interesting ideas usually live. The real science of zero-point energy is genuinely mysterious and challenges our understanding of reality in fundamental ways. The fact that empty space isn't actually empty, that energy fluctuations create measurable effects like the Casimir force, and that the universe appears to be powered by something we don't understand. These are profound mysteries that legitimate scientists are actively working to solve. The mystical interpretations, while lacking rigorous scientific validation, point to experiences and phenomena that millions of people find meaningful and transformative. Whether these experiences represent genuine interaction with quantum fields or sophisticated tricks of human psychology, they clearly have real effects on people's lives and consciousness. The zero-point galaxy concept, while highly speculative, serves as a useful thought experiment for considering how consciousness, energy, and reality might be interconnected on a cosmic scale. Even if it doesn't exist as described, exploring the idea helps us think about the deeper questions of existence in new and creative ways. Perhaps the most honest conclusion is that we're still in the very early stages of understanding consciousness, quantum mechanics, and their potential relationships. We're like cosmic kindergartners trying to understand calculus. We might be getting some of the basic concepts right, but we're probably missing huge pieces of the puzzle. What's certain is that reality is far stranger and more wonderful than our everyday experience suggests. Whether that strangeness manifests as mystical energy fields, quantum consciousness, or something else entirely. The universe continues to surprise us with its depth and complexity. So the next time you're sitting in meditation, staring at the stars, or just having a really good cup of coffee, remember that you might be connected to something vast and mysterious, a cosmic energy network that spans dimensions and maintains the very fabric of existence itself. And if that's not worth a sense of wonder and maybe a little healthy skepticism, then I don't know what is. Until next time, keep questioning reality. Stay curious about the impossible. And remember, in a universe with quantum zero-point energy, infinite consciousness, and cosmic distribution centers, anything is possible. We just haven't figured out the customer service number yet. Cue outro music and swirling galaxy graphics fading to cosmic black. References cited throughout the article linked to the provided search results. Maintaining scientific accuracy while exploring speculative territory with appropriate humor and skepticism.